Are you aware that your taxes are about to go up? And when I say up, I mean way up. But there's a number of things that you can do about it, particularly if you have retirement programs and other plans that you may be taking income from. You need to know what I'm about to share with you today. In 2026, tax brackets change from where they are today. They revert back to the year 2017. Now, that's if Congress doesn't do anything. And do I expect them to do something? The answer is yes. But just to give you an idea of how significant these tax rates are in comparison to how much they're going to go up, I want to walk you through what tax brackets are for 2023 and then show you a comparison to what they would be if the 2017 tax brackets were reenacted, which is exactly what is set to happen if Congress doesn't do anything. So let's take a look at the year 2023. In 2023, the marital filing jointly exclusion is $27,700 of income. That is the exclusion that you can take. And so the first $27,700 of income, there's actually no tax on that. Then when you look at the next slide, you'll see that the next $22,000 is taxed in a 10% bracket. So what that really means is that a married couple can make $49,700 and pay only a tax on $22,000 of that, or a total tax of $2,200. Then the next tax bracket is 12%, and that goes up to the next $67,450. And there's a tax of 12%, or a tax rate of 12% on that, giving a taxes due of about $8,094. When you add it all up here in the top corner of this slide that you're looking at, the total income is $117,500. Now, the total tax on that income is $10,294, or an effective rate of 8.8%. What a lot of people are not clear on is that there's a marginal tax bracket. Some of your money is being taxed at 10% in this particular example, and some is being taxed at 12%. But because you're not paying any tax on the first $27,700, the effective tax is a little less than 9%. Now, let's contrast that with what you're going to be paying in 2026 if Congress doesn't change some things. And we really do think they will, but we really want you to understand that when governments need money, they do things to increase revenue. And here's how it was in 2017. Back in 2017, the marital exclusion was only $12,700. And you can see that there's been a big change in that over the last 7 or 8 years. And we anticipate that there will be a change with the new tax law in 2026. But we're not exactly sure what that will be. Well, that was your non-taxable income at that point in time. Then the next $18,650 was taxed in a 10% tax bracket for a total of $1,865. Now notice you're being taxed nearly the same amount on about half the money in the old tax brackets. And then you don't go from 10% to a 12% tax bracket like you do in the current tax law. You went to a 15% tax bracket. So now the next $57,250 is taxed at 15%, and the total tax there is $8,588. And finally, the next $28,550. Now, this is not the top of that 25% tax bracket, but we were trying to show identical incomes. So your total income in this scenario in 2017 is $117,500. Your total taxable income is $104,450. And look down here. The total tax you pay or will pay if nothing is done and 2017 tax brackets are implemented, and again, we recognize that they probably won't, but just to give you an idea, you're paying nearly double, $17,591 versus $10,294. That is an incredible 71% increase in your taxes. So folks, here's what we're trying to help people understand is that very likely taxes are going to go up in the future, and it doesn't matter where you're at in the planning process. There's things that you can do now and in the future to begin to protect your current and future wealth from these higher taxes. And we'd love to have an opportunity to sit down and talk with you about how you could begin to position your assets and your income to reduce the taxes now and reduce them significantly in the future. In fact, one of the keys that we're looking towards is trying to put you in a position when you reach retirement age that you have little or no taxable income. And there's lots of different ways to do that. And we'd like to share them with you. So if you'll take a minute and schedule a free, no obligation, no cost 30-minute consultation for us to take a look at your circumstances, where you're at, where you're trying to get to, and how you could position assets to reduce and eliminate taxes going forward and in the future. We'd love to work with you on that. So click on the link below that gives you that option to set up a free consultation. In addition, there's a couple of other links that you might want to take advantage of. One of the links is a link to our educational financial library, and there's no cost for you to have access to that. We just want you to register for it. And so if you click on the other link, that would be make that available to you. And then if you like some of the information that you're seeing, we would ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button. And you'll see our videos when they come out. So we're looking forward to helping you put together and position your assets so you pay far less in taxes now and in the future. So click on the link, schedule your appointment, and we look forward to talking with you very soon.